All right, so today to deepen that connection with your partner, we're gonna do this game. It's actually like a game that I used to play with some of my college friends, and also a game that two of my friends later in life, who were a couple, they did this regularly together too. So I was like, really? Okay, you guys knew about that game too? They did this thing where they would write a line on a piece of paper and then the other person would finish it. And they got really, it was like poetry, and they were getting like serious about creating art together. Of course, there was some silliness and everything in it too, for sure. But we don't have to take it in that poetic, artful direction. I mean, we absolutely can. But we're going to play the game. We're going to play the game where you get out a piece of paper, somebody writes a line down, and then the next person or the partner, is going to go ahead and continue the story or continue the writing with another line. And then they pass it back to you and you continue. And they pass it back to you and you continue. And so you have to play off of what the other person has written. And we should do some rounds of this. We want to keep it playful. We want it to be fun and laughing, but we also want it to be enriching and like deepening our connection. So we'll do some different rounds, we'll do one that's just like total free-for-all goofiness, Mad Lib style, say the wackiest thing you can, try to throw the other person off and see how that goes. Is it fun? Is it frustrating? Do you want more control? Are you okay to let go of the reins a little and just let the story fall into oblivion? Do you like to be the person to pull it in? Do you like to be the person that throws it off? These are like things and ways that we're getting to know ourselves and getting to know the other person and see what they enjoy or see the roles that we typically play in the relationship maybe. And then we'll do another round that is more of the sentimental, sweet round where we are going to like maybe tell a story, a nostalgic story, one of our best moments, and we're going to take turns writing it. It'll be like a co-written story. I write the first sentence of how it went and you write the next sentence and then pass it back to me and I continue. And that could be, this kind of sweet way to remember some great moments or some great times. Or like some sort of this is what our relationship is about. This is what I love about our relationship, or, relationship manifesto or something like that, that also has like sweetness in it that you can, write together in that pass it back and forth way where you're not like talking and collaborating. You're just seeing what the person wrote and then playing off of that next, and finishing each other's thoughts. So there's also some cool stuff in here about communication, because you are communicating and then the other person is picking up on that communication and then finishing that thought and continuing that in the direction they thought you might be going. And, especially if it's like a memory or a story that you guys were both present for and you're retelling it, you might be like, whoa, so I was there, but I don't know where you were going with this next. I don't know if that's what you were about to write next about how things went or not, and people might remember things differently or remember different parts or have different emphasis on different parts. And this will be interesting to kind of see how that is too in a relationship and how that is always at play, like seeing things from different perspectives and remembering things your way. It's always something we should be aware of. And this is a lighthearted way to kind of approach that. It's not like, oh my gosh, it matters, you have to remember it correctly. It's a lighthearted, fun game kind of way for us to bring that in. So you've got the sweet version there, and then you're going to do this other version that's also kind of a bonding thing. It's going to be the future, looking forward to the future, like what I'm looking forward to, or our life in 5 years, or our ideal life, and you write that up too and pass it around, so it'll be like you write this sentence of what you want the next 5 years to look like, and then they write one, or you write this about your ideal dream life, and then they write this one, and then you pass it around and see what comes up there too, because it is kind of this interesting way to see if you can play off of each other and read each other and to see kind of what page you guys are on, if you're on a similar one, if it's possible for you to sync up, or if everything is just kind of a mishmash. And like, don't get too bogged down in it either way. This is supposed to just be fun and playful and really like exercising these muscles of connection, finding out new things about your connection, learning new things about each other, learning new things about yourself, and just deepening your connection through trying stuff together in a playful way. And like writing, it can be playful. This is something that you might not expect to be playful, but it really is. And it's sweet too. It does feel like solidifying a connection. And certainly if you throw in those curveballs every now and then of trying to throw it off, or especially when you're playing the round that is nothing but the crazy curveballs and outlandish statements, then you'll find the laughter in it too.